Good evening. I'm Maureen Craig, doctorally prepared in nursing practice, a mindfulness and yoga teacher, sharing yoga with you this evening. If you received my email, you know that tonight's practice we were talking a little bit about hypertension or high blood pressure and the value of isometric exercises. Because of that, one of the exercises in the research article um, from the British Medical Journal pointed out that the wall squat was very effective at helping to lower blood pressure. And so I thought, let's have a class with a few chair poses in it. So not to be intimidated by that, but we'll include a few of those in our practice. In addition to the isometric exercises, of course, yoga is powerful in helping us unwind our stress. So let's begin on our back and start with a pranayama or breath practice, helping ground ourselves and starting to unwind from whatever our experience was prior to now. So please unfold yourself on your mat. Let your arms and legs be a little bit away from the body. You can have your legs straight, or you can also bring them up with the feet on the mat and the knees together, whatever is more comfortable with you. Take a nice breath in and let it go. Just feeling the body arrive here now. Press the back of the head into the mat and let your shoulders roll under just a bit. And then feel the attention drifting into the breath. And we're going to begin with a pranayama practice that has 3 to 1. So we'll start by having a full in-breath all the way to the top. Hold for a pause. And then we'll exhale first through the shoulders, through the ribs, and finally pulling the navel to the spine through the belly. Long breath in. Hold. Release the shoulders. Release the ribs. Draw the navel in. Inhale one long breath in. And hold. Release shoulders, ribs, navel to spine. Please repeat that flow of the breath a handful of times. When you're holding at the top, press the tongue into the soft palate and let the body release as you hold the breath, and then letting it out. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Inhale a full long breath in. A pause and release, release, release. On your own now. Finishing the cycle you're on and taking one more. And now we're going to switch and have a 3-part inhale followed by a long exhale. Begin by filling the low belly, 1/3 of a breath to fill the ribs, and the final inhale filling you all the way up to the notch between the collarbones. Then purse your lips and, like you're blowing through a straw, one long exhale. 3-part inhale, one long exhale. Holding a little back pressure with your lips so you slowly release the exhale, letting go in the body as you blow out. 3-part inhale, long exhale. Repeating that a couple more times. finishing the breath that you're on and taking one more now. And then returning to the natural breath and bringing your attention over your heart. Checking in with your experience. And caring for what you find. Never resisting a difficult experience. Letting yourself be with that experience so you can care for the person experiencing it. Lengthen out the body in a bit of a stretch, maybe pointing through your toes, your fingers, reaching up overhead, whatever is comfortable for you. Squeezing the glutes. And then draw your knees in towards your chest. Make a few circles on your back. Change directions. And keeping the left knee in, let the right heel go long. And draw yourself up towards that knee in a little bit of a hamstring stretch. And then bring that knee into the right hand. Bring it across your body. And let it kick out a little bit as your left arm reaches out in that long spinal twist. Use a breath to soften into that, and then gently bring yourself back through center and bring the right knee in as the left heel goes long. Take a bit of a hamstring stretch there. Because this is the beginning of practice, you may notice that your hamstrings are a little tighter. Draw that knee across the body while the right arm reaches out behind you. And then gently bring your body in through center. And then we're going to roll over onto our abdomen to begin practice in Makarasana, or crocodile posture. So almost like a spread eagle, just let your arms and legs be away from the center of the body. Press the forehead into the mat. Bring the knees into flexion, the ankles into flexion, some circles with your ankles. Maybe allow the heels to windshield wiper a little bit. Then we're going to let the heart start to shine forward. So using your seal posture, we're going to zip the legs together, press the tops of the feet into the mat, and use your back body to draw yourself up into your seal posture. Let that heart start to shine forward. Beautiful. Bring those elbows underneath the shoulder points. Keep your glutes engaged so your low back is comfortable, and traction your forearms back so your heart shines forward. And breathing. Try to keep yourself tall so you're not sinking through your shoulders, but keeping your glutes engaged helps you protect the low back. And soften down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulder points and push up into your table. Come with your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath the hips and begin your cat-cow movement. Just a gentle little undulation of the spine. Begin to breathe with that. You can arch up in your cat posture, Marjariasana. And then tuck, let the tailbone get untucked as you look forward in your Vidyalasana, cow posture. And let's pause in table and take and kick your right heel back. Going to have that long line of energy in a balanced table. Left thumb to the sky. Inhale, a little lift. Exhale, just feel it sweep off the center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, away. Inhale, long. And away. One more time. And away. Bring that left hand down, the ball of the right foot down. Take a bit of a calf stretch. Feel the sole of the foot Stretching a little bit as you come up onto the ball of the foot. Then push the heel back so you get a good stretch in the calf. And bring that knee home, cleansing breath. Push the left heel back. Add the right thumb to the sky. Feel a little lift in that thumb and that heel. Exhale, sweep off center. Keep that back nice and strong. Feel it engaging. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep away. Lengthen out. And sweep away as you exhale. One more time. Lengthen. Nice strong back. Sweep away. Return that hand to the mat, the ball of the foot to the mat. And stretch the sole of the foot on that side. And also the calf. Very nice. Now bring your hands one hand print forward. Let your hips drop forward as you squeeze the glutes and lift the heart in kind of a modified up dog. Exhale, push the hips back towards the heels. Crawl the fingers forward, lengthening from fingertips to tailbone. Inhale forward, tucking the toes, coming to plank. Exhale up, down dog, and our first down dog here of the evening. Take a moment maybe to soften the knees and enjoy that stretch. Inhale forward, down dog. Drop the knees, exhale back towards child. We're going to warm up here, squeezing the glutes, coming forward to our modified up dog. Exhale, push the hips back towards child. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Let's take ourselves through that flow again. Inhale, plank. Exhale, drop the knees, child. Inhale, modified up dog, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, child. Inhale for plank. Exhale, down dog. Stay in down dog for a breath or two. Letting the tailbone sweep back and forth as you lengthen out the side body a bit. Coming forward, bring your knees down, your hands back towards your knees, and flip your wrists so that your wrists are facing forward, and then lean back just a little bit to get a good stretch in the forearms. And release. And then we'll tuck our toes and come up into our squat. Lifting up into our forward fold. Inhale for a half lift, pressing on your shins, lengthening out the spine. Exhale, soften. Inhale, half lift, fill the belly. Exhale, scoop it in. Inhale, fill. Exhale and fold. Soften your knees and hips. We're coming into our first chair. Let the heels land, push away from each other, and sweep up into your chair. Bring your hands to the heart. Tuck that right elbow inside the right knee and reach the arms apart in that twist. Keep the hips low. Inhale back to your chair. Exhale to the prayer in a chair. Tuck the left elbow inside the knee. Drop the hand down, the other hand up. Take that twist. Return to chair. Prayer in a chair. Keep pushing those heels apart and lift yourself up, 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 up. And release those arms. Very good. We've made it to the top of our mat, ready for some flow practice, and we've already had a chair. All right, let's come to the top of our mat and we'll begin our flow. Find your mountain posture where your feet are along the long side of the mat. Stack your joints, find your breath. Let those exhales come through a narrowed throat so you get that sound of the ocean. Ujjayi breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sweep into your chair. Feel the weight landing in the heels. Push the heels apart. Lift the heart, lift the arms, and breathe. The breath helps us strengthen in this chair. Two more breaths. One more, you can do it. And fold. Inhale for a half lift, lengthen out. Exhale, fold, and step back on the right, bringing the right knee down to the mat. Come up in that modified warrior one, lifting the heart as the hips sink a little bit. Now let's play with our hips. Kick that back heel in, the back shin in as the front heel comes in, and really draw the stretch on that psoas. So put in that resistant stretching, breathing with it as you're pushing that back shin into the mat, drawing that forward heel towards it, helping you open that psoas. 2 or 3 times there, really helping that stretch open up. Then bring your hands down, walk the left hip back. We're going to take that hurdler stretch on this side. You can kind of wave your toes a little bit, feeling that stretch in the back of the calf and possibly the hamstring. And then as you walk forward here, let's take another moment of coming up as tall as you can in that warrior one as your hips sink forward. Bring your hands down to the mat, tuck the back toes, lift that back knee, plant the right hand, turn towards the knee, dragonfly twist. One more breath. As you bring your hand down, take your block to the inside of that left foot. We're going to come to a bit of a runner's lunge with a lifted heart, and then we're going to draw that hip back. I'm stepping my back foot forward a half step so that my heel comes closer to the mat, and then straightening that left knee, drawing it back, flatten the back, and feel that stretch across the back. Breathing with that in that pyramid stretch. One more breath. And then walk your hands over the top of the mat or the block. Tripod your hands out and lift the back foot up. Breathing. Set your block aside, and we're going to fold to forward fold. So bring that right hand next to the left. Right foot next to the left. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees and the hips. Come through your chair. 2 or 3 breaths here. Again. Push up high. Exhale, thumbs to the third eye, to the lips, to the heart, and release. How you doing? Was that okay for you? I hope so. Let's come on into the flow on the other side. Feel that tallness in the spine. Reach the arms a little bit behind you and slowly lower into your chair. Feel the weight in the heels. Press the heels apart. Helps engage the back of the legs, and breathe. Another breath. Exhale and fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold, and step back on the left. Coming to an untucked toe on the back foot. And we're going to really open that psoas again as your hips sink forward. Let's work with that resistant stretching. So the back shin kicks in as the front heel draws back. So feel that stretch happening. The front of that left hip comes forward, opening that hip flexor and psoas. breathe with that stretch. So important to open this up because this is where we tend to get really tight from sitting. Okay, reaching up in your stretch here. Exhale, frame the foot and draw that right hip back. Draw the toes back and feel the stretch on the back of that leg. And then walk yourself forward, bring a block to the inside of the foot. Going to tuck the back toes here and come up into your runner's lunge. And we forgot one move, so let's set the block aside, plant that left hand down and take your dragonfly twist. There we go. That feels great on the outer right hip. Now, as you bring your hand down, bring it on a block to the inside of that right leg. Half step back, forward with the back leg and draw that right hip straight, helping you get a good stretch in the back of that right leg for your pyramid. And breathing with that. 2 or 3 breaths. Once more, nice flat back. And then walk yourself over the top of the block, tripod out, lift the back foot as tall as you can. In that standing split, we'll set our block aside and let ourselves come to forward fold, bringing that left foot alongside the right. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold. Reach the hands behind you and sweep up into your chair. Feel that chair. We're getting a lot of use out of it, aren't we? A little weight between the heels. And then push it up, push it up. Thumbs to the third eye, to the lips, to the heart, and release. Okay, nice job. Let's move on to our next flow. So coming here to the top of your mat. This one here will be a B series or Sari Namaskara B. So feel the weight in your heels. Reach a little bit behind you and come through your chair. Take a breath here, then bring the right hand to the left knee. Sweep the left arm back, trying to keep the knees level, even as you're rotating the upper spine. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, left hand to the right knee and sweep the right arm back into that twist. Inhale up. Exhale and fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold and step out for a plank. Now we'll take a knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, your choice here. High to low push-up is an option. Inhaling to up dog, and then pushing to our down dog. And then we want to float back out to plank, and we're going to take a side plank. So choose a side plank that works for you. I'm going to cue a wide-footed side plank. So bring your feet about the width of your mat. Drop both heels off to the left and then reach up through that right arm. Breathing. Let's go for 5 breaths. 3 more. 2. 1 more. Bring that hand down, push to downward facing dog. Inhale the left foot up. Exhale and bring it forward between the hands. Drop the back foot down so the toes are off to 3 o'clock and sweep up to your warrior 2. One of my favorite poses. Let yourself settle in warrior 2 for 3 breaths. Feet pressing away from each other. Feel those muscles that go alongside the spine in control as you bring that left elbow to the knee and just lightly rest it there as you bring the right arm up and over the ear. Extended side angle. Press your body between those two panes of glass and breathe. Gently, with control, using the core muscles, coming back to warrior two. Soften the shoulders. Rotate the front palm up and reach for the sky. Peaceful warrior. Keep the back kneecap drawn up. The back hand reaches down towards earth. Begin to straighten the front knee as you lengthen into reverse triangle. Keep the glutes engaged to keep the low back comfortable. Now we're going to tip over into our triangle posture. So bring that left hand down and the right hand up. Keep pulling the left hip back to help you lengthen the back and the inside of that left leg. Play with your triangle a little bit. I'm going to suggest you take a block and place it on the outside of the ankle and plant your hand there and see what kind of triangle feeling you get if you put your hand on that block, either in the low position. You can also lift it up into the number 2 position and just see how that works for your flow. Holding triangle there. Now we're going to come to our half moon. So we're going to take the block in our hand in this position and put it out at a diagonal from our foot as we float the back leg. Open the hips, flex the ankle, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana, 3 breaths. Floating back now to warrior 2. So letting that back foot land. And oftentimes when it does land, it feels like it needs just a little adjustment. Feel free to do that. Take a couple breaths in warrior 2. Reaching those fingers for infinity. And windmill your hands down to the mat. Step the left foot back to meet the right. And take your flow. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now we'll widen out our feet again. We're going to come to our flow on the other side. Float forward to plank. Rotate both heels off to the right or take your version of side plank. 5 breaths. We strengthen the sides of the spine this way. One more breath. Come back through plank, lift up to downward facing dog. Inhale your right foot up and bring it forward between your hands. Drop the back heel. We're coming up into warrior 2 on this side. Feel that energy spreading between the feet. 3 breaths. Gently, with a lot of control, bring that elbow to the knee and the left arm up to the sky. And then sweeping back to warrior 2. Try to keep the hips low, the fingers reaching. Turn the front palm up and come to our reverse warrior. Keep drawing that back kneecap up the leg. Straighten that front knee. Feel the spine and the muscles around it be nice and firm. Coming from reverse triangle, we're going to tip over into triangle posture. Taking 3 breaths here, pressing the hand on the inside or outside of the shin. Your gaze can be out to the side, up to the sky, or down at the earth. Then let's play a little bit with triangle on this side. Planting your block alongside of the ankle and see if you can get yourself into a comfortable triangle posture here. Stacking the shoulders, drawing that hip back, getting a good stretch in that leg on the right. One more breath here in triangle. Now we're going to move to half moon. So taking that block in your hand and having it move out for you on a diagonal, kicking the back foot up or floating it up, opening in Ardha Chandrasana. 2 or 3 breaths here. Not letting yourself sink into that front hip. And then floating it back. Warrior 2. Ooh, got a little balance challenge there. Couple breaths here. And then windmill the arms down to the mat. Step back for your plank and take your flow or skip flow, your choice. We all meet in downward facing dog. Taking 3 breaths here. On the inhale, looking between the thumbs, and on the exhale, hopping or stepping forward. Coming into your forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold. Soften the hips, reach behind you, sweep up into your chair. Press those heels apart, engage those glutes. Hands to the heart and push it up. Bring those thumbs to the third eye, the lips and the heart, and release. Great. I hope you're doing okay with our flow. Let's come through another flow, a little different this time. We'll come to the top of our mat. Take a cleansing breath or 2 here as you settle. Let's reach a little bit behind us and sweep into our chair. Letting the mind rest and be calm, even in this Utkatasana, difficult or challenging pose. Exhale and fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold, and step out to a plank. Holding plank for 3 breaths. Push the hips up high. Lift your left foot up, bend the knee and stack the hips. Exhale, bring that left knee behind the left wrist. And you can take your hand out on a block if you'd like to. And then slide that shin forward a little bit as you get a good stretch in the outer left hip for pigeon. Breathing. Sliding that shin back, framing the hands out, and returning to your 3-legged dog. Kick that foot out a little bit and bring it down. Now we'll raise the right foot up and the knees stack the hips in that fire hydrant pose. Exhale, bring that knee behind the wrist. Block on the side if you'd like, and then slide that shin forward a little bit. Keep the ankle flexed on the front foot. The back foot, the ankles straight. Breathing with that stretch in pigeon. Slide that shin back just a little. And return to 3-legged dog. Couple circles with that ankle and bringing that foot down. Coming forward, let's lower ourselves all the way down to the mat. Bring your hands alongside your hips, elbows to the sky. Grow long between the toes and the crown, so you really feel the length there. And then on the inhale, just a little engagement in the back body as you lift through the heels and lengthen out. Breathe. Release, letting go, forehead to the mat. This time we'll reach our arms out like airplane wings behind us. Lengthen through the tippy toes and the crown of the head, and a little lifting. 3 breaths. Release to the mat. Bring your hands underneath the shoulder points. Push yourself up and walk your hands back. Bring your block along with you as you do so. We're going to come up to a kneeling posture. Squeeze the glutes, open the front of the hips here. And you might tuck your toes. That will help you stabilize your pillar. Open your arms in cactus. We're going to use our core muscles to help turn our body. So keep the hips and below very, very still. Exhale and turn the heart to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, turn the heart to the right. So notice that the hips stay stationary, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Keep the glutes engaged, keep the low back still. One more time to each side. Very good. Now, use that block to give you a little stability as you kick one foot out to the side. Okay? So one heel is off to the side. I might turn myself just a little bit so you can see more how my body is. So kick that right foot out to the side. We're going to lengthen up through that left arm and come on over, gently bending towards that long leg, opening up the side body and breathing. And gently releasing. And then we're going to take it over to the other side. So bring that knee, fold it back under. And now kick out the left foot. Squeeze the glute on the right. Reach up through that arm. And gently start to lean over, opening the ribs on this side. Keeping those muscles along the spine flexible and strong. Breathing. And releasing. Very good. Setting your block aside now. Walk ourselves back out to our plank. Taking your plank again for 3 breaths. And just rock a little bit here. Lift your tailbone. And then bring your knees down and walk your feet forward through your hands as we bring our bottom down for a little bit of engagement of our core on this side. So find kind of that soft spot on your bottom. And you can bring your hands out to the side if you'd like, or you can hold the legs a little. We're going to work with just one leg to begin with, so bring that knee in and then push it out. Bring it in, push it out. And again. 3 more. Breathing. 1 more. And let's switch sides. A little bit of engagement of that hip flexor. Okay, with the left heel now. Push it out. Bring that knee in. Push it out. Bring it in. 4 more. 3. 2, 1 more. Then traction your feet on the mat, draw the heels back, reach the fingers forward. Lift the heart first, and then slowly push that tailbone into the mat and use the power of your core to slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, unwind yourself onto that mat. Reach all the way up overhead. Then let's roll ourselves up as much as we can. We might need to use a little help here. Tuck the chin, roll the hands forward, draw yourselves up vertebrae by vertebrae. I've grabbed my thighs there to help me up, reaching forward. And one more time, letting yourselves traction back vertebrae by vertebrae. Finding every little spot there that needs a little work to engage and control our core. All right, now let's come into a bridge. Bring your heels up behind your glutes. Tuck your shoulders under by pressing the back of your head into the mat. And then take a big breath here, and on the exhale, push the small of the back down towards the mat. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, push it down. Start pushing into your heels and your shoulders. And bridge up. This helps unfold those hip flexors and getting a little workout tonight. Breathing here. And then slowly let that spine unwind vertebrae by vertebrae towards the mat. I'm going to tuck our thumbs underneath the sacrum. Bring your shins into tabletop. Push that right foot away. Bring it back. Left foot away. Bring it back. And just continue that pattern back and forth, keeping that spine engaged and feeling the power coming from your low core into the heel. Really push it out. Push it out. Push it out. Push it out. Continue that work, just 1 foot at a time. Gonna do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1 more. Bring the knees in and drop the heels, and we'll take another bridge. Roll the shins under, the shoulder blades under, and roll up into your bridge. Once you're up in your bridge, heel toe the feet just a little bit apart as you draw the knees together. Let the hips lower a little bit, and then exhale, push them up. Feel the back body engage as you lift the body up. Again, find that rhythm with your breath. Three more. 2, 1 more. Lift the heels, unwind that spine, and let it go down to the mat. Beautiful. One more time, tuck your thumbs underneath the base of the spine. We're going to push our feet out at 45, and then we're going to sweep a smile. High to the left, down in the center, and high to the right. Back and forth. Find your breath and your rhythm here. Couple more times each side. And then bring those knees in towards the chest. Couple circles on the back. And change directions. Beautiful. And then let those heels come down. Find your block. We're going to get ready for legs up the wall. So bridge up enough that you can slide your block out underneath your sacrum. Tuck your shoulders under, and then float your knees in. Let the heels come up to the sky. Some circles with your ankles. Just let one leg drop down and lift it back up. We're just continuing that one side. Keep long through both toes, but just let that side go back and forth, high and low. One more time. And then switching to the other side now. Drop it down, bring it up. Drop it down, rise up. There we go. Stay long through those legs. Feel the energy coming from the core of you. Beautiful. And then keeping both legs up, let the heels drift apart. And rest. Take a big breath in, letting go. We're reaching that restorative part of our practice. The next exhale, letting the heels come together. And bring the knees towards the chest. Let the right heel go long as you walk your hands up the back of the left leg, taking that hamstring stretch. Left ankle across the right knee. So you draw your right knee in, perhaps stretching out that left hip a little bit more in that number 4 or eye of the needle posture. And switching sides. Let the left leg go long as you take the hamstring stretch on the right. Bring that right ankle across the left knee, keeping the ankle flexed. And take your eye of the needle on this side. And then releasing both feet. Option to take the big toes into your peace fingers for a little happy baby here. And letting the soles of your feet slowly come down behind your block. As they reach for each other, let the knees drift apart, rock a little bit left and right, arms up in cactus, floating goddess. Let the soles land, bridge up to slide your block out from underneath you. And slowly let the spine come down onto the mat, knees come in towards the chest. Slide your hands onto the shins and do a wide rock, letting the elbows catch you as your knees drift apart, rocking left and right. And we'll let that left leg go long. Take the big toe of the right foot into the left hand or the knee, your choice. And just bring it out across in front of you as the right hand reaches out behind you. In a long spinal twist. Breathing. And then gently bring yourself back through center. We'll take it on the other side as you lengthen out the right leg. Take the left knee or toe into the right hand and bring it out in front of you as the left hand comes behind you, and breathe. And gently come back to center and begin to prepare yourself for our final resting posture, Shavasana. Lengthen out the body and let it feel heavy on the mat. Arms and legs away from the center of the body. Take a big breath in here. And on the exhale, feel the body melting a little bit as it's supported by the earth. Softening between the eyebrows. Softening around the eyes, the cheekbones. Letting your jaw be unhinged. Your tongue thick in the mouth. Releasing the tongue all the way down to the root of the tongue. Letting the shoulders be heavy, drifting away from the ears. Lengthening from shoulder to elbow, elbow to wrist, wrist to fingertip. Feeling the weight of the pelvic bowl resting on the earth. Can you let the body be a little heavier? Lengthening from the hip bone to the knee, knee to ankle, and then through the foot all the way to the toes. Feeling the weight of the torso growing heavy against the earth. Receiving and releasing the breath. With the least amount of effort possible. Surrendering to the breath. Beginning to deepen your breath just a bit, perhaps finding some movement or continuing in stillness in the body. Lengthening out in a bit of a stretch, and drawing your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a gentle hug, a little comfort to the low back. And then in your time and in your way, coming to a seated posture. As we close our practice time together, bringing your hands to heart center. Thank you for sharing practice with me. May you take a bit of what you're working on here on the mat into your life. Growing peace and presence in your life. Om Shanti, Om Peace. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm kind of excited tonight because I've added the feature of being able to connect with you in a breakout room if you'd like. So I'm going to transition now to my computer here and see if I can open the breakout rooms so it's an option for you to join. I've not done this before, so hopefully it all works well here. Create breakout rooms. see if we can do that. Okay, now we should be able to hear each other and unmute if you'd like to. And maybe even turn on your camera. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Hi, Maureen. This is Karen.
Hey, Karen. How are you? Yay, thank you for
Good.
trying.
Yeah, thank you. I actually can't stay this evening, but thank you for the practice.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for being here.
Yes, and yes, I look forward to joining you next week.
Excellent. You have a beautiful week, Karen.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh my God, Gary.
You had two people.
Did I?
Yeah. It wasn't just that whoever it was you were just
Karen.
talking to. There was another person also that was connected most of the time.
Oh, she didn't stay to the end.
Or he.
Or he.
I think it was I think it was Trevor or something. It sounded Japanese though.
Huh. Anyway, I'm excited because just that little connection of her saying, "Hi, Maureen," this will bring people back.
Yeah.
This will.
Nice.
This is very nice. Yay!
I got to work on the lighting and the colors still. I'm not happy with it.